Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading unlike any other that I am aware of. There may be some, but they're very few. Most tarot readings are very generalized. They're predictions, they're forecasts, and they're not true. They're made up. Tarot is not meant for prediction. Tarot is meant for potential. In other words, you see the 5 cards on your screen. By the way, that's all you're going to see on your screen. I want to minimize the visual distractions. I want you to focus, focus, focus. Difficult to do, but still very important. I want you to focus on the concept of manifesting. Manifesting is making pictures in your brain, using your God-given computer between your ears to create your own images, your own life. You don't get it from a screen, a laptop, a desktop, a smartphone. You don't get it from that. You get it from what you create in your head. One of the reasons why several studies have shown people are getting dumber and dumber. And the younger you are, the more quickly you become dumb. And the education process is a huge part of that. They've done studies, 2, maybe 3 that I'm aware of over the past 10 years. They test for genius potential in kindergartners. 98% of the kids in kindergarten have genius potential, marked genius potential. And as they follow them through school, all the way through college, it drops down to just 2% having genius potential. In other words, a child has the capacity to think their own thoughts, to feel their own feelings, to let their imagination just take off in flight. They have the ability to manifest. But by the time you get out of college, by the time you go through our education system, not so much. And in fact, if you were thinking, well, you know what, I'll stop at high school, graduate from high school as far as I go, 70 to 75% of your genius ability disappears. You lose the last 20, 25% or so while going to college. John D. Rockefeller, the man who has shaped our educational system since the early 1900s, says, I want workers, not thinkers. That's what he's getting. So here we reverse the trend. Tarot is not about predicting, it's about potential. You have to get involved, you have to choose, you have to make the pictures. Astrology, which I've done for more than 50 years, is about timing, about cycles. We know when the next new moon is coming up. We know when the next solstice will be coming up. We know when the next whatever. That's not devil worship, it's knowing cycles. It's knowing the difference between Monday and Sunday. You know when the cycles are, okay? No big deal, except it is important in terms of having to shape your life, your destiny. Tarot, on the other hand, is potential, and you have to get involved. So, we begin with today's reading. Middle card is the Oracle card, it's Observer. You see a fox sitting on what looks like it could be an egg and looking at the moon. Just had a full moon pass a couple of days ago. The number in the upper right hand corner, 49. 4 is stability, 9 is endings for new beginnings. You put the 4 and 9 together, that equals 13. 1 and 3 is a 4, stability. So, the overall sense here is that you are looking for or observing stability in your life somehow, some way. What it really boils down to is seeing the vision, creating those pictures in your head, in your mind, having a destination. That's very, very critical. Even if you were daydreaming, and if you had a particular daydream, that is sort of kind of your destination. That is your end result. Whatever you see in your mind, you can create. Maybe in ways that you never thought of before when you began that creative imaginary journey, but it works. So the idea is seeing the vision for you. And the meme for today comes from Oscar Wilde. He said, most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions. Their lives just mimicking. Their passions a quotation. In other words, you are not thinking your own thoughts. You're not feeling your own feelings. You need somebody else to validate you. And when you are in that position, you are a slave, you are a prisoner. That's what this is all about, seeing your vision. That's what you want to manifest. Observer. So let's go all the way to the left. We begin with the World card. The World card I always like to begin a reading with if I can. I just pull these cards out at random. But the World card talks about completion, wholeness, accomplishment, more importantly, integration. That's really, really critical, integration. It's taking your thoughts, ideas, your images in your imagination and manifesting them in your life. Maybe not exactly in the way that you envisioned them, but the end result is exactly the same. And so the world is saying you need to see your vision. You need to feel it, taste it, touch it. And that's your imagination. That's your manifesting ability. To help you with that, we go to the next card, and that's the High Priestess. High Priestess is intuition. It's your subconscious mind. All the answers to all of your questions is buried in your subconscious. Question is, do you allow yourself to tap into that? Most of us don't. We stay so busy looking at our screens. We stay so busy with all kinds of outside. Got to listen to the music. Got to pay attention to what Hollywood people are doing. Got to pay attention. Whatever they did. Got to pay attention. You're looking out, never looking in. And like Oscar Wilde said, most people are other people. Their thoughts, somebody else's opinions. We simply mimic what we see. Monkey see, monkey do. The observer energy says you can't do that. You have to watch and look for yourself. If you do, we have the Nine of Cups. And cups are things that we are emotionally connected to. It doesn't mean the love of our life. It doesn't mean any individual. It could be you love an idea, freedom, independence, security, whatever. Whatever emotionally is charged for you. And so the Nine of Cups, very, very simply, talks about fulfillment. Getting what you want. You can, if you tap in using your subconscious, you can begin to think your own thoughts. You can begin to have your own opinions. You can begin to draw a future that fits you. And the final here is the Six of Cups. What you will need to do is go back. That's what the Six of Cups are about. Go back to an emotional attachment you had many, many years ago. Maybe a person, maybe an idea, maybe a place. Oh man, I went there for vacation and I loved it. It's great. Maybe that's where you need to be again. Or maybe you need to build something like that around you. It's all about seeing your vision. Observing is active. It's not just seeing, it is understanding what you are seeing. And that is helped by your imagination. That helps your ability to manifest. That's what you got to do. See your vision. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Tarot Manifested reading. Between now and the next time you and I do tarot together, peace and blessings.